Loaded up. Not big, but it'll be a start for the day. Tiny. Maybe legal even. Probably just legal. Got to start somewhere, eh? In Queensland, they don't have to be big. Feels better. Let's get this day started. Give us a big old head shake. I like it when they can push into the current like that. Yeah, that's a better one. Bigger than the first one anyway. He's about a 28, I reckon. They're all big fat spawners down here, so they weigh pretty good. So that's just a standard bag filler that we were getting yesterday. Like the head shake on that. That's an alright one. That's alright. He's the biggest one so far. Gotcha! Getting bigger. That's number 3. Oh, it fell out in the net. They're getting longer. Might be a 28.5 or something like that. Pin brims. So fishing this crab on really light gear. This is the a 7'5" in-feet Daiwa rod that I normally use for stick minnows. I've got a 2-pound line and I'm using it as like a scringy line crab rod because they've been pretty hard hit, these fish, and we just need to finesse it up to get them to bite. I was fishing against all the braid leader guys in here yesterday and I reckon I was catching twice as many fish, so worth going light to get the bite if they're not biting their heads off. A bit side on. Maybe. I wouldn't let him by pulling him in. A little bag filly, he's like a 25 forker, but he's number 3 for the day. No, 4 for the day. I've got one just legal one in there. And he fought hard because he had that second hook underneath his chin like that. Rattle. Oh, they're napping. Smacking it. Feels a bit better. It's on top of the head, that's why he's fighting good. It's all right though. For number 5, take him. That's a fatty. One we want. It's an upgrade. Here, old mate. Come here, old mate. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade is an upgrade. I'll throw out a 26 tipper. He's like a 26 forker. Might be an upgrader. Maybe not. Yeah, and I'm watching on the live, they don't touch the bottom in the current. That's how I'm getting on the crab. I'm throwing up, getting to the bottom, and just, you can feel it just jumping from whoop to whoop, and they eat it. Thank you very much, sir. I'll see if I can do some video on it for you.
The motor oil will bleed with the other ones.
Okay. Awesome. What colour? Any
colour. But they put pearl watermelon on.
Pearl watermelon? Because that's what you get the most of?
Well, that's what I put them all on.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm taking a bit of Brother Tim's advice I've got on the suspect. He's been out fishing me this morning, I reckon, for numbers. So, but I've been finding it hard to get to the bottom, so I'm fishing it on 3 pounds straight through with a 1/6 jig head to get it to the bottom, and a little bit of dirty sauce on it. See if we can crush them on that. Pete, my non-boater from yesterday, who's coming second, was catching on these two, so let's give it a crack. Suspect. There you go, second cast with the Crush City Suspect, and that's an upgrade. You can feel them rattling it now. Skinny. I suspect that's another new Crush City bait. All right, might have a little bit of 4G signal here, so we're going to try streaming day 2 Gold Coast. Catching some fish on the Crush City Suspect. Bit of a westerly blowing today, but I've got a limit about 2¼ kilos, I think. Been throwing this and the crab this morning, so apologies for all the wind. Don't know if the stream's even going to stay up. We'll give it a crack. It's got quite a small jig-headed hook, like a number 2 hook in the jig head, just so the fish can get it down. I'm fishing on 3 pounds straight through fluorocarbon just to get it down. I couldn't get it down properly on the braid and the current and the wind. But see how we go. I got a limit of, my smallest is a 26 and my biggest is a 30. So just want to get a few more than 30 centimetre models in. Oh, getting bit on the, not the easiest thing to set the hook on the old 3 pounds straight through. We've been catching a lot of small fish today. And it's interesting, the paddle tail's working really well. You're not going to be good enough. Yeah, didn't think I'd be fishing a plastic on a crab rod and 2 pounds straight through, but hey, that's how it goes. This is way out of my comfort zone, deep water fishing. But at this time of year, it's a lot of, you'll see on the live, that's, look at all the fish schooled up along the bank there. A lot of them will be luderick, but there's plenty of bream through here. They're all sitting in these, the sand cutouts. See an upgrade? I don't even know. Catching a lot of fish that are like that 26 fork. It might be an upgrade. It's really skinny, that one, post-spawn. I don't reckon I want him. I reckon he's not as heavy as the ones I got in there. You can see there are little fish just right on the bottom. They're not up off the bottom. They're just, I tend to find the single fish are the feeding ones and the school fish aren't as flash in the feeding department. It's a bite, a rattle, rattle. He'll come back. There's one on the crab. So I'm fishing the crab on 2 pounds straight through. This one has a bit of potential. I need those 28 to 30 centimetre fish in my bag. Well, he's probably going to be an upgrade, that one. He doesn't fall off. Here's a good one. Come on, mate, stop dogging. in the current. This is a nice one. This might be my biggest one today. Came up and had a look at the boat, and we decided he doesn't want to be near the boat. But not like those little 26 models, he doesn't just sort of come straight in. This is one of the ones we need. Come on, don't be too impatient on the 2 pound. There he is. Come on, mate, he's starting to get a bit tired now. That's the one I need. That's got a 30 in front of it. It's got a 30 in front of it. He ate the crab, that one, so he'll be my biggest one of this tournament so far, this one. And the 5 of them, and all of a sudden, I'm chasing Stevie Wilson. Crab sinking, 55 feet out. It's nearly on the bottom. I'll drift back with it now. There's some fish on the bottom, 30 to between 30 and 50 feet out. There's a fish. Oh, I fell off. Usually got a few mates with them. There's one of his mates. Not the right one. Let's try the placky. Be able to get it down a bit quicker. Can't see it sinking as good as the crab on the live scope, but just ate it on the drop. On the Crush City Suspect. That one feels alright. Might be a flathead or something, or a school Jew. Definitely got some pull. Got to be a flat. I haven't felt any head shakes at all. There's a bream. Is there a little bream? Geez, that fought hard. He's a post-spawn skinny ass one. Don't know if he's going to upgrade anything. I don't think so. Smashing the suspect. These just feel bigger on the crab rod. It's weird. I'm fishing the crab on the finesse rod. I'm fishing the plastic on the crab rod. This has got to be bigger. It feels alright. Everything feels big on 3 pound line. Nah, it's got to be big. Look at him. He's holding down on the Crush City Suspect. Oh yeah, he'll be an upgrade. He's a good one. Be a 30, mate. Come on. I don't think he's going to quite be 30, but that'll definitely help. Oh yeah, he's wrong with that one. Look at that big fat jumping pin fish. That plastic down his pie hole. So now you've got another must-have bream lure. The Imposter's the prawn one. That's a must-have. This was supposed to be a bass lure, but my non-Bodie Pete Clark whacked them on it. Timmy just gave me a handful of them. And you see how good they've been eating them. Now you've got to have a suspect for bream as well. Little paddle tail. Look what he's done to that hook. Or maybe I've done it to it on the way up, but that's a 30 again. Sweet. A couple of fish on the bottom there. Just little shows. They don't necessarily, doesn't necessarily mean they're little fish when they're that close to the bottom. There's 1-8, the suspect. Oh, I don't know if he's an up. Geez, he's fat. He is a fatty. What's on that thing? I don't do the weigh fish thing, but he's a lot fatter than the 27 I got in there. But he's only 25. There's it sinking, there it is. 12 foot. Oh, it's going to drop right into them fish. I like it. Okay, it should be in there by now. And there he is. It's just not fair, is it? Oh man, there's fish out there. Let's get into them. There's me crabs sinking down. They should eat it. If I spot like here, it should be right amongst them. They should have eaten it, and they did. Again, there'll be people in the field that would love this fish right now, but that is, we caught 30 at the end of the day, I reckon. 26 fork, fat, no good to anyone. See if I can drift into those fish that are 30 feet in front of the boat. I reckon I did all right, drifted into those fish that were 30 foot in front of the boat. Got a head shake on him. Got a good head shake on him. Come on, be a fish over 30. It's got a solid head shake. I bet you he's hooked one half of the crab each side. Oh, is that an upgrade? I don't know. It's got to be 28 to upgrade. He's fat. I don't think he is. It's a big fat fish. I don't think he's going to help. That is a chunky fish. We fished the whole tide here today. When I got here, it just was on the top of the tide. And now it's nearly finished run on the bottom of the tide. Massive school of luderick here. I'll show them to you again. Won't hook up the gear, but check that action out. So yeah, the boat gets close to them, they start, they don't suspend anymore, they start diving to the bottom.